What is up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fit Design TV. As always, so glad to have you lovely folks back on the channel. On today's episode, we will be looking at how you can use and optimize data to make smart and educated decisions as a fashion brand in 2023, and ultimately how you can use these to actually decide what products to launch, which products you should remove from your collections, how to accurately and actively engage with your audience across your social media platforms, how to create a website that resonates with your audience, that is simple, easy to use, that is going to encourage customer loyalty and your customers to go through the purchasing process time and time again. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. If you guys tune into just 20% of these tips and actually implement them into your business, you're going to find yourself ahead of 99% of fashion brands out there, because believe me, especially when it comes to data, no one wants to do the work. No one wants to actually take the time to analyze what works from a data-driven standpoint. But if you look at the top brands out there, the ones that you look up to, the Nikes, the Gymsharks, the Athletes, these are brands that are extremely data-driven. They know what their customers want, and they're actively monitoring, both from a current standpoint and from a future forward-thinking standpoint, what customers will want in the future so they can buy in advance. So you guys have ever been interested in what role data can play in your company, what effective roles it can play, well, tune into this episode. You guys are in for a good one. Welcome to Fit Design TV. Are you interested in sports fashion, design, and manufacturing? Are you establishing your own brand? You're looking good. Anthony, how are we doing? Do you want to? Thank you. Well, you've come to the right place. Lights, camera, action. Let's start off with one of the most basic forms of data that you as a brand can collect, and this is going to be customer feedback. Customer feedback is essential, and I've done a separate video in the past that goes through customer feedback from an end-to-end standpoint. But as a basis, customer feedback through surveys, through focus groups, through customer outreach is going to give you the ability to see within the context of your business what is working and what is not working. At the end of the day, you're creating products and you're offering services in order to sell your customers. Who better to ask, to inquire about the quality of your services, what works and what doesn't work, than the people that are going to be buying it from you and the people that have actually bought from you. If they bought from you once, chances are if you could resolve their issues and any problems that they have, not only is that going to make the product and the offer more attractive, but that's going to show you as someone that is willing to learn, willing to take customer feedback into account and to grow. And that is extremely attractive for prospective customers. And that's going to lead to them purchasing time and time again and actually referring to your company as one worth looking out for. Number two is that you must analyze sales data in all categories of your business. So if you're a brand that is offering products, you should be analyzing what types of products are selling the best within those product categories, which colorways are selling the best within those colorways, which sizes are being sold most often, and how often and to what type of customer. By being hyper specific about your data, you're able to see gaps or chinks in your armor that you can improve on, and you're able to see strengths that you can continue to pour fire and pour gasoline over the fire of that strength in order to be continuously stronger and stronger. Take the time. By looking at what is working, you're able to make educated decisions on what future products to order, what collections to relaunch, what colorways to add in future collections. If you know that a specific palette doesn't work within a specific customer group that you have, then there's no point in relaunching similar versions of that palette in the future in similar product categories. You can know what works and what doesn't work simply by opening your eyes and looking at the customer data that is right in front of you. Number three is that you must track website and social media behavior. So you need to look at the ways in which your customers or prospective customers are interacting with your website. When they land on your landing page, how long are they spending there? What are they visiting? What is the nature of their activity? Are they just scrolling around for 20, 30 seconds and then clicking off? Are they going to the product page, then getting overwhelmed by the sheer number of products that are immediately available to them that they don't know where to go? Are they struggling with the checkout process? Are they struggling to select colors? Is your website buggy? By looking at these, by potentially using a program like Hotjar to be able to see how your customers or your prospective customers are engaging with your website and where the shortcomings of your website are, you could continuously curate a better and better experience. The same is true with your social media content. At the end of the day, social media is going to be one of the key places that you actually get out in front of your customers. The content you create is going to be an extension of your brand. By analyzing and by looking at the insights of your customer watch time, the number of likes you get, the impressions, how often people are clicking any links that are attached to that specific piece of content. You're able to see which pieces of content your customers are engaging with the most. If your content is more geared towards a younger audience, then perhaps a hyper-stimulating, very quick and snappy type of content is going to be most suitable. If your audience tends to be more technically focused and it's more about the features of the product, then perhaps a more educational type of content is going to be in order. So by looking at the types of content you're creating and how your customers are engaging with them, that's going to give you a better and better idea every single time so that you can refine the types of visuals, the types of copy, the types of information you provide in each piece to make it more and more suitable for your target audience. Number 4 is that you must use predictive analytical forecasting in order to project future consumer demand. As you scale your business, especially in the fashion space, one of the key problems that you're going to face is not how to market your product, but when you have all that down, it's going to be what specific products should I purchase in advance? What orders should I create? What designs should I make 6, 12, 24 months in advance so that I can have these products ready to go in the right quantities when I need to sell them? If you look at a fashion business, there's a life cycle, especially a mass manufacturing fashion business where you're creating tens, hundreds of thousands of units. You cannot just snap your fingers and all of a sudden the product is there in your warehouse ready to sell. You need to be able to think ahead. By using past sales data, you're able to forecast ahead to see what specific types of products you should be ordering, what sizes you should be ordering, what styles are going to work best, what colorways are going to work best, what times of the year you should be launching that you know your customers are going to respond well to. This is going to give you the ability to plot out your roadmap 6, 12 months in advance. Believe me, this is one of the biggest downfalls that most companies will face when they're scaling from that 1 million to 10 million mark. It's how often, how much quantity, what products should I order in advance? And there's a lot of effort that goes into this at the highest levels. Number 5, you must leverage machine learning for personalized marketing. At the end of the day, your customers are not just numbers. They are individual humans with their own thoughts, their own emotions, and the own personalized things that they like. By using machine learning, you're able to deploy algorithms. You're able to actually go out to have data be gathered from your customers and allow you to create the right type of marketing ad, the right type of marketing copy, the right type of marketing visuals in order to reach that customer exactly as you should reach them. Believe me when I say that the world has become hyper competitive. There's so many competitive brands that are vying for your customers' attention. You need to give you and your brand the best possible tools, the best possible options in order to be able to go out to create marketing that is attractive, not only from a generalistic standpoint, but also for a specific target audience that you're trying to target, and also provide the right type of flow within that piece to be able to take your customer from just learning about your business, learning about your product, to visiting your website, to eventually making a purchase. By using machine learning, you're able to analyze your customers, see their preferences, see what they bought in the past, see what they most likely will buy, what they'll respond to the best, and to craft your marketing strategy according to that. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. And believe me when I say take advantage of the fact that no one else is doing this. Use data analytics to your advantage. And if you find yourself as a young fashion brand with minimal data, well, then what I say is that sky is the limit. When you start to accrue that data, when you start to actually have that data on hand, make sure to use it to your advantage. And if you don't have any data right now, you can still look at predictive analysis. You can look at other fashion brands that are within your space that have a similar model, a similar customer avatar to you, and model your decisions after that, based off of that. At least that will give you a starting point. So it's never too early to start. You're never too young as a fashion brand to start to use data to your advantage. If you guys have any questions, or you're wondering how you can personally use data in your business and you want me to take a look at your files, maybe take a look at your customer, or take a look at your brand, well, you can schedule a one-on-one consultation call with me directly, and I'll be more than happy to look at that. There are limited slots, so make sure to act fast, but if you guys can manage to snag one of these slots, I'll be more than happy to speak with you. Guys, from the very bottom of my heart, and I say it every single time, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fit Design TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.